Not too long ago I saw a photograph of a black man holding up a sign saying, "All lives matter." Hallelujah. What a lot of white people do not realize is that a lot of black people do not like the Black Lives Matter movement and do not participate in it. So I saw this photo and my heart jumped, seeing a black man working to build a bridge, knowing that his black life is part of all life, and working to make it clear to others that he knows this simple fact. The fact that yes, we really are all in this together. We are born into whatever circumstance we are born into. If we are born female, it is our responsibility to learn to relate well to being female. If we are born male, it is our responsibility to learn to relate well to being male. And whatever color our skin is, it is our responsibility to learn to relate well to that. It is our responsibility to bring joy to our circumstance, not the other way around. It is not realistic to expect circumstances to make us happy. So if we were born into a situation of high status, we have to figure out what to do with that, which is hard. It is much easier to figure out how to live well with low status than it is to figure out what to do with high status. Of course, the whole notion of status is ridiculous. Instead of trying to get to the top of the ladder, it is best to step off the ladder completely. Sometimes in music, it seems as though all the best songs are written for the male voice. Often these songs have been transcribed for the female voice, so the women can sing them too. Yo-Yo Ma has 2 albums of music that Bach originally wrote for instruments other than the cello. But Ma quite successfully plays these melodies on the cello. He has not made them better with the timbre of the cello, just as the women do not make the melodies originally written for men better. What they do is make them different, and they open up these melodies to be appreciated in different ways. I don't know, but it seems to me that these kinds of broadening of the possibilities for the performances of these melodies also broadens the audience for these melodies. In other words, more people can enjoy the music because these performers stepped out of traditional limitations. It is kind of like revisioning a play written for the stage and turning it into a film, utilizing all the possibilities that can happen with a film. There is something wonderful about the sparse purity of the stage, and there is another something wonderful about the open possibilities of moving pictures, of close-ups and camera angles and special effects and going outside, etc. Often, stories that were originally written as novels or short stories end up being made into movies. People can complain, saying the movie was not like the book. But why would they want a film to be like a book? That's just weird. A book is a book, and a film is a film. When we can enjoy a book for what a book can do, and enjoy a film for what a film can do, we are relating well to what has been offered. Every experience has its limitations and obstacles. Hallelujah. We can learn to be grateful for and work with the limitations and obstacles we have been given. And we can let them guide us for what is possible for us as individuals, working with the very specialized obstacles and limitations we have been given as individuals. When white people bemoan privilege, What they are really doing is saying their experience is better than others. How arrogant and how ungrateful. Receive the experience you have been given. If you feel you have been born into a situation of privilege, let that privilege humble you, and know that the notion of privilege is subjective. How do you know your experience is better than someone else's experience? You don't, because it is really not about the circumstance. It is about the relationship to the circumstance. When we learn to relate well to whatever circumstance we have been given, we know true joy. But it is natural to compare one's circumstance to the circumstances of others. So, what do you do with that information? Well, there is no such thing as easy street. Letting go of the desire for easy street is extremely helpful. And there is no such thing as equality. Seeking equality is an unrealistic goal. Every individual has limitations and obstacles, and pretty much to the same degree. The obstacles and limitations are different, but they are always there, shaping our lives in interesting ways. We are all playing by different rules. This is karma giving us exactly what we need in order to grow. But we must be willing to make effort and enjoy the effort we make. Yes, effort is enjoyable. Enjoy your experience of working to be as capable as you can be. And do not allow yourself to be indoctrinated into believing in obstacles and limitations that are not there. With a little transcription, a cello can play a song that was originally written for a harpsichord, and a soprano can sing a song that was originally written for a baritone. But a cello can never be a harpsichord, and a soprano can never be a baritone. Hallelujah! A film cannot be a book. A play cannot be a film. Hallelujah! Glorious diversity. When we try to be something we are not being all that we can be. When you are wanting someone else's experience, you are not embracing your experience, and you are not enjoying the diversity of life. Life is not equal, but it is fair, a fairness that gives us rich and life-sustaining diversity. After all, we do not want to be a monocrop. Hallelujah.